everybody. Today I'd like to summarize all that I have learned in this Skills for Life unit. The first week is about a global citizen. You see, a citizen is a person who lives in a particular place or area. For example, I am a citizen of India. But we all are citizens of one place in particular. That's right, we are all citizens of the globe. Well, unless you are watching this video from Mars. But since we all share the same planet, whatever we do will affect others, directly or indirectly. So, we all have to be a good global citizen by being kind and helpful to others, understanding others' feelings, and protecting the environment. This brings us to our next lesson, global warming. You see, we humans are burning fossil fuels every day, which produces greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane act like a giant blanket over the earth, warming it up and trapping sun's heat. This causes glaciers to melt, sea levels to rise, and causes thousands of ecosystems to die. And this is all caused by us. So, how can we protect our world by stopping global warming or reducing it? Well, we can stop global warming by using less things that cause global warming or that require fossil fuels, like driving cars, using less resources, and engaging in campaigns that help stop global warming and look after our environment. This brings us to our next week's lesson, energy. You see, we use energy for a lot of things in our life. For example, the power device you're using to see this video right now, or to on the lights, or to keep ourselves cool in the summer and hot in the winter. But have you ever thought, where is this energy coming from? Well, it comes from, you guessed it, the burning of fossil fuels to produce electricity. And this not only influences global warming, but fossil fuels are a non-renewable resource. So one day we'll run out of them. So how can we conserve our energy and help our planet? Well, we can do this by reducing our energy use by turning off lights and electrical appliances when we don't need them, and by switching to more renewable sources of energy production, like for example solar panels, windmills, and you guessed it, hydroelectric dams. Which brings us to our next week's lesson, water. Now, our Earth is called the blue planet for a reason. I mean, it's covered in water. But have you ever wondered how much of this water is actually drinkable? Well, a shocking 1%. Well, technically 3%, but 2% out of that is locked away in glaciers and ice caps, which are melting due to climate change. So, this limited amount of water is staying limited while our population is increasing. And most people don't get the water and fresh water they need to survive because we let imaginary lines on maps dictate us too much. So, what can we do to help people get the water they need and conserve this natural resource? Well, we can do this by firstly offing taps and fixing leakages to not waste too much water. Secondly, engaging in campaigns. And thirdly, by recycling water. Like for example, using the water you use to wash the dishes to water the plants instead. This brings us to next week's topic, biodiversity. You see, bio means living thing and diversity means, well, a variety. So biodiversity is a variety of living things in one particular place or area and is crucial for the health of our environment and us. For example, in Yellowstone National Park, there used to be a huge population of wolves, which were nearly hunted to extinction because some people saying big bad wolves are eating humans and attacking them. So, because of this sudden decrease in wolf populations, wolves' prey, like deer, ate all the green and leafy plants. Hence, their roots were not able to hold the soil, causing huge landfalls and erosion, which not only caused the landfalls which blocked the roadways and other stuff, but also polluted waterways, which hence made most humans who drank that water sick. And not only that, another good example is the Amazon rainforest. It's covered in lush plants and animals, but also it produces nearly half of our medicinal plants that we use to make medicines. If the Amazon rainforest was dead, because of no biodiversity, well, we will not get medicines that we use to help people today. And so what can we do to help save biodiversity for us and nature? Well, we can do this by engaging in campaigns and encouraging biodiversity in our own homes by planting house plants or making lush gardens. Finally is sustainability. You see, sustainability means to do things that don't harm the environment. For example, using less plastic is a sustainable idea because plastic pollutes and kills many places and animals. Like for example, the deepest and highest places in the earth, the Mariana Trench and Mount Everest, well, they are pretty polluted by plastic. And many animals eat plastic and end up choking or dying because of it. So being sustainable is helping the planet and us. For we live on this planet. If nature dies, we will follow suit. So how can we be more sustainable? Well, by engaging in campaigns, using less resources, learning more about how we can help the environment, and overall by producing less waste and using less energy. So, speaking of less, I also had learned a lot in the mindfulness lessons. In the mindfulness lessons, my favorite was the water meditation. It made me feel nice and calm. Sadly, I was not able to do it with a big body of water like a lake, and I had to substitute with a small bowl of water. Anyways, that was all I learned in this Skills for Life unit. Thank you.